Hello! Hello, hello. Sorry about any disturbance that we might have. A little bit frazzled today. Uncle Lalorilla has decided that he wishes to build a shelf in the office. And he's not quite finished. So a little bit frazzled today. But hello! I hope you are all doing well. Oh, my little thingy isn't working. What the fuck? Why isn't it working? Oh well. Well, we're just looking at an unanimated Cinnamon Bran right now. Hi! My show is on. Whoa! Hi, Jack! He's ready. We're ready to go. We're looking at Bran Sano. Love to see it. Happy Halloween! This is my Halloween stream because next week I'm going to see my lovely friends, except one of them who won't be there. Quite rude, actually. I would say who. But that means that next week I'm not streaming because I'm gonna be partying it up on Halloween, which is my favorite holiday. Yeah. I hope everyone's had a good week, and because yeah, I'm sure I have. I've been up to a few little things, drawings wise. Hello, Eleonora. How are you today? It's good to see you. It's really lame without the animation, my little background image. Let's switch things up, shall we? Let's have a look at what we're drawing today. Hey, look, it's the Coven. Today I decided I was gonna draw something really, really silly. And because my D&D party, not all of them have told me what their characters would dress up as for Halloween, and I didn't feel like asking them again. I'm just drawing 3 of them today, and the 3 that I have are Grimhilda, Cenimeren, and Brannigan, all dressed as different witches from different medias. We've got Grimhilda as Glinda from Wicked. Love to see it. We've got Cenimeren as the witch from The Witch, or the VV-itch, if you're nasty. And then we've got Bran in drag as Winifred from Hocus Pocus. Love it. Because this all just really fits their vibe, I think. All the different kinds of witches. I think they look great, and we're gonna colour them today. Yeah? How is everyone? Can you all hear me alright? Are you enjoying the fi? It's a little bit spooky today because it's Halloween. This is my Halloween, even though we've got actual Halloween next week. Is everyone excited for their Halloween? Are they got their costumes planned? Pray tell. Gene, they all look so good. Thank you. Thank you, Jack. I have a bit of a confession to make. I have not seen any of these 3 movies that I'm drawing these costumes from. I have not seen Wicked, the movie. I have not seen the VV-itch, and I have not seen Hocus Pocus. I'm making it all up as I go. What? I've seen the Wicked in actual musical, in actual Broadway. But I've not seen the others at all, and I've not seen the movie. Yeah. I've seen the specific scene that the witch that I'm basing this off of, like this costume off of, is from. But, you know, I've seen that scene where she comes out in her red cloak. But, you know, not seen the others. So I hope I do them all justice. I've decided that I'm going to do the, I'm gonna do what I have done in the colouring for the splash art. what I did with these guys is that I filled them all in dark, in like dark blue, and then I gave them lighting, and then I like colored them in properly with like an overlay layer and stuff. So that's what I'm planning on doing here because I think it'd be really good for the lighting and whatever. Why did this get dark? This get darker all of a sudden. Yay. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm good. Been finishing up my last weekend's worth of stock for the Ren fan. I'm so tired but having fun. Oh, that's really cool. He's selling things at that's such a dream. Oh my gosh. Sort of things, sort of wares of retail. I always really wanted to A, go to a Ren fair, and B, like have a stall at a Ren fair. I think it'd just be really fun. But I don't have enough physical stuff to sell. And I never have the time to make it. I'm too busy drawing silly blowbows. People. Like, I just feel like maybe people don't want prints of my characters because they're not their characters. You know, there's about this random hot guy I've drawn. Then maybe that's just me. For Grimhilda's Glinda costume, I combined the original Wizard of Oz Glinda costume with the Wicked, the movie, Ariana Grande frilly pink dress. Because, you know, like, I just felt like the one from Wicked is a bit like a prom dress. I don't know, maybe she was going to prom in the movie, I don't know, I've not watched it. I've not watched it, I don't know what's happening, why she's wearing that dress. Maybe it is a prom dress. But it just looks a bit too much like a prom dress to me. So I made it proper Glindified. So she's got like the OG crown, and she's got the OG puffy sleeves, but she's still got the skirt, and she's still got the wand. I make silly little Plague Doctor dolls. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I want one. That's so cool. We need to see you trying to do a Triple Witch movie marathon. Actually should. Like, for real. That'd be so good. I need to just get all of the witch movies out of the way. Throw Suspiria in there as well. I've also not watched Suspiria. Which I feel like is a crime that I haven't. Just throw a bunch in there. Just every witch movie ever made. But at least these three. I love Plague Doctor things. I'm sorry if you can hear sorry if you can hear rattling in the background. Hopefully you can't. I can certainly hear it. See? See, little man? I like the spooky lo-fi. I think it's so cute. Halloweeny. Despite my absolute lacking in witch knowledge, I have watched a fair few actual horror movies, and so my question to you guys is, what's your favourite horror movie? If you have one. If you're a watcher of horror movies. I I've watched quite a few. I've watched quite a few classics. I had a like project in school, secondary school, that was basically like a dissertation, and I did it about psychology and horror movies. And so I've had to watch a lot of horror movies in order to study, and I watched a lot of the really old ones, classics. Big fan of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. It's really silly. Love it. It's really silly. But at the time, it was like, oh my god, it drove people insane. It's crazy. Also a big fan of The Shining. It's a classic for a reason. Although I haven't watched the sequel, Doctor Sleep, which I feel like I should. Talk to Me is my favorite horror film. Oh, that one is really, really good. Did really enjoy that one. Scream is my favorite. I've not watched Scream, actually. So maybe I've not watched enough of the classics. But I do know it's very good. My brother is a big, big fan of Scream. And it's got Matthew Lillard in it, so... Shaggy. Scooby-Doo Monsters, what, Monster Island? This is the second one, the second Scooby-Doo live-action one. That's the one it's the one I really liked as a kid. I don't even remember what it's called. It was the one where they brought back like all the monsters. So good. a little Halloween movie. When I was a kid, we had a lot of the direct-to-DVD sequels of stuff. So I had a childhood where I watched a lot of these really these direct-to-DVD sequels, but I hadn't watched the original. So, like, Lion King. I didn't watch the original Lion King until I was literally like a late teenager. But I had watched Lion King 2, the one with the really, really hot teenage lion in it, probably about 50 times. The one with the scar on his face. Is he called Scar? No, that's not it. So, like, everyone's talking about, like, oh my god, Mufasa died, that's so sad. But I'm like, who the fuck is Mufasa? Never heard of this. Never seen Lion King. Okay, well there you go. You can't come at me for not having watched certain things. I surprisingly have not gotten too far into horror movies. Oh? Are they just not your thing, Eleonora? Are they just a bit too... Or is it like... just can't be bothered, you know? Really, Jack? No Lion King? See, at least I've watched Lion King 2. With the lion that everyone had a huge crush on, I feel like, as a child. And Simba's daughter. See, I only knew Simba as like being an adult. Being a really like grouchy old dad. Never knew any of this. I just can't wait to be king bullshit. I don't care about animals. It's like Druid's and Millie's favorite class. That's a really funny reason. Yeah, but you know, this doesn't mean that I'm not cultured, you know, just because I haven't watched a few things. One of my favorite movies as a kid was Labyrinth. I watched Labyrinth religiously on VHS. It feels like that ages me a little bit, but Labyrinth is so good. Love that. And also Cats the musical on VHS. Love that one too. But I have never watched the remake. You know, the one with James Corden in it? Absolutely not. I've never will never. It's atrocious. Druids are your least favourite class track? Love a druid. Although I don't really get on with them. I don't really know how to play them well. Bad at playing them. They have like... oh, just all of their spells are concentration. I'm big on horror as a concept. I just haven't taken the time to sit down and watch any movies. That's fair. You gotta go for like the real quality ones. Because there are a lot of bad horror movies. Like a lot. Unless you count Sweeney Todd. I love Sweeney Todd. I've not watched Sweeney Todd. This is just a stream about all the movies I haven't watched. I've not watched Sweeney Todd, but super, super cool Halloweeny vibes for sure. I've seen enough of it to know. Love the vibe, but all their spells are bad. Yeah, I don't get on with the fact that druids are just all concentration. Gosh, I'm so like everywhere on our topics of conversation. Back to the horror movies. I think my favorite horror movie, at the moment at least, is Nope by Jordan Peele. It's the only one in recent history that has actually made me like sick to my stomach. There's just like this one scene in it, and if you've seen the movie, you know which scene I'm talking about. It's just so... God, it's actual horror. Like, it horrified me. That's the first time I've been horrified by something in a movie in a long time. I think I did watch Nope before Talk to Me. Talk to Me is also very, very good. And did also horrify me a little bit. Quite enjoyed Hereditary and Midsummer. Classics. They're very good. But not super scary, just a bit like, oh, something horrible's happening. But, you know, it's always fun. Something a little bit horrible happens. I'm a big fan of just like watching videos, like essays, like breaking down all the horror movies. Like, I know everything that happens in Saw, in the whole Saw franchise, but I've actually only ever watched like 2 movies. It's such a soap opera. I just don't get on with all this like super, super gory stuff. It makes me feel ill. So yeah, that's just a bunch of movies that I haven't watched. So here we are with our girls. How am I going to do this? Like, I kind of want to make them reddish, because it's a very warm image. Just kind of just want to. OMG, I've just seen Megan's hairline peeping under the wig. Yeah! You know, it's a really, really unique challenge to try and draw a character in costume. Because you've got to make them look like the person that you're dressing them up as, but you also have to still make them look like themselves. That's why I was like, how in drag is this man? Because, you know, like, how in drag is he? How far do I push this? How little like himself does he look? He looks so strange without his beard. His little scruff. Okay, so this is kind of like, yeah, kind of what I'm going for. Get lighting in. It's all glowing from the bottom. And then I want Senna to be in like quite deep shadow because she's actually being really scary. Something that really struck me about the scene that like this particular costume is from in the VV itch is the fact that like the witch kind of looks at the camera like she's not she's just like a bit too aware of what's going on, and I just wanted to keep that same energy for Senno in this case, which is why she's looking at the camera and the other two are looking at whatever the fuck they're making in this pumpkin cauldron. I've not decided yet. I kind of want it to be soup, because it would just be awful. Brannigan's canonically not a good cook. Senna Mirren is an okay cook as long as she's just cooking meat. It's the only thing she knows how to cook, and she can't really cook very well. She's just competent, you know, it's not good. She's not got the touch at all. And then Grimhilda, I just feel like Grimhilda I feel like Grimhilda doesn't know how to cook. I think she has cooked successfully before. She's got quite a high wisdom, so like cooking checks tend to go well, but she just doesn't give me that energy. She's like the youngest of 3 siblings. Like there's no way she's out here cooking. There's no way she's out here cooking for her family, let's be real. Soup. And it's just like, it's just the worst soup. It's just ass. It's absolutely disgusting, vile, revolting. We have decided it's going to be soup. I'm curious what everyone else's least favorite and most favorite D&D classes are now, after Jack has started me off. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that my most favorite class is Paladin. Everyone knows this by now. This is common knowledge. Closely followed by Wizard, I would say. I'm really enjoying Wizard. Not gonna lie, she might become my favorite. She might overtake Paladin. She's not gonna overtake Paladin. Paladins have armor on, that automatically makes them better. But then my least favorite? I don't know. Probably... I mean, I feel like just like Artificer and Blood Hunter and all of that is just kind of like anyway. Like it doesn't even count to be like your least favorite, I feel, because it like barely counts as a class. In my humble opinion. Who's playing any of those? Outside of those, it's like, I don't know. I feel like Barbarian. Like pure Barbarian. If I'm not multi-classing, I feel like pure Barbarian is probably my least favorite. Just because there's like the least amount you can do with it. Kind of just are stuck doing just bonk over and over again. But I think if you multi-class it, choose a specific subclass, then it's okay. I've also not ever played a barbarian, so it's a little bit. Oh no, you're so right, I forget they exist. I'm changing my answer. Yeah, like who the fuck? Who's playing an artificer? Let's be so for real. Who's playing a blood hunter? I feel like blood hunters specifically are so like, I mean, they're just like a homebrew class really. So their subclasses, like, they're just really specific. They're for like really specific things. Just kind of what I don't like about them. And then Artificer, I just don't get Artificer. I just don't get them. I don't get on with them. Don't get on with Druids. I love Bards, but I'm really bad at playing them. It's really funny because most of my characters have been Bards. It's the highest percentage of characters that I've had have been Bards. This is so funny. I was just shading the tits. And for a second I completely forgot that this was Brannigan. Like damn, he's got some bazookas on him. Stupid wig. Is anyone into horror games? They played any horror games before? Played a couple with help with a friend, and I don't get on with them. It's too scary for me. I played Little Nightmares 1 and 2. One of my friends, and kept handing back the controller to me every single time like something really horrible would happen. I'll never forgive him for that. It was literally like the two worst and scariest sections of the whole of Little Nightmares 2 I played through, because like we were taking it in turns for like each section, but he just so happened to get all of the really easy ones that were not that scary, and I was getting the most high stress, high octane sections, and it was killing me. I was so stressed. It's really funny to play like with someone. Big on casting classes. I played mostly warlocks and bards, but I can get behind the others. Melee classes are, I'm just not into them. I played a full barbarian for a campaign. She was fun, but I probably wouldn't do it again. Fair. I think the versatility of spellcasters is just like, it's just so unmatched. Like, why would you play anything else? At the very least, like if you're gonna be like a melee class, I just feel like, ugh. Play a cleric or a paladin, you know, and then you also, like, you can cast, but you can also, like, you're also a tank people. Yeah, it's the best of both worlds. Or Eldritch Knight fighter, which I've actually not played, but Echo Knight fighter is my favorite fighter class. Gosh, she's so buff. Love Echo Knight. I can't play horror games. What do you mean I don't control? I do enjoy a good psychological horror game. Yes. I'm a really big fan of Outlast. Specifically like the Whistleblower DLC, I think it's just really, it really captured the essence. The music is really good. The story of Outlast 2 is really cool. I really like the religious horror aspect of it. It is a bit of a grind though. I think the only horror game I've ever played like by myself was The Last of Us 2. Oh my god. Like, it's not even really like a proper like horror game, I feel. It's a bit like, I don't know, like it is technically a horror game, but it feels more like a sort of just like survival game. But man, there were some scary sections on that one, to be fair. The stalker section. Ugh. Get me out of there. The amount of Molotov cocktails I used was crazy. But yeah. Horror games are too frightening to control. But I do think it's really fun to play them with a friend. Oh yeah. Get the shading in. Looking so lit. Okay, do something now. You know what horror games I have been a part of though, actually, now that I think about it? Bloody D&D. I was just thinking like, oh, wouldn't it be so nice to do like a Halloween one-shot or something? And then I remember some of the games of D&D that I've been part of, some of those sessions have been horrifying enough by themselves. Without it being a Halloween one-shot, my word. We've had some scary moments. My dragon actually looks scary. He won't look as scary once he's actually got colour on him. Don't worry. But I have done the dramatic lighting because I wanted them to be like ladies of the woods, but they're just being really silly about it. Like specifically that one image of the Ladies of the Woods from The Witcher. Gosh, that like tapestry thing. So pretty. I'll bring it up actually. Find it. I feel really bad at technology. Wait, let me just copy the image. I'm so stupid. It's like this like tapestry piece from The Witcher. Ugh, love. Everything about this, absolutely. And I love their theme song as well. Beautiful. Yeah, that was a lot of faff, just that. No, please, tell us more about these horrible horror D&D sessions. Oh, you're so right. I feel like... Oh, we have had a couple of quite horrifying, scary D&D sessions in the last campaign or so. There's one specifically that I remember where we were facing off with something called the Manyfoot, which, listen, my DM just simply adores a creature with way too many limbs. Just, if they've got like an appropriate amount of limbs, that's not enough for that. That's not enough. They actually need more, and then once they have reached a point where they can't effectively move because they have too many limbs, that's still not enough. Please, this is so funny. Happy Halloween. Hi, Kennedy. But yeah, so we had a Halloween, well, not Halloween session, but we had a little horrible session where we fought this Manyfoot creature, and I mean, the build-up was very suspenseful and scary. We had these horrible, like, bare footprint trails following us around as we explored this area of jungle. It was really, really misty. There were horrible little noises coming on. Like, I think there was like some mimicry. That's another thing we get a lot of. It's very it works. Listen, if it works. And then we actually fought the creature, and the most terrifying part of it, other than the actual like build up, was the fact that 3 of us died. Like, it was actually getting to the point where we were a bit scared we were gonna TPK. But that's okay. We did it. We were fine. But it's not like the most infamous one of our group. Scary one of our group. I mean, our current game is horror flavored, and our next one is going to be the Magnus Archives campaign, so I've got that one going for me. Oh, that's so cool. I've only barely started the Magnus Archives. I really need to get back on it, but that's gonna be so cool. It's just really cool. They've got really cool lore that I've seen. And yeah, from the sounds of it, from the sounds of your masquerade session, Eleonora, that's like, I'm not surprised. That session was crazy. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. So I think that I'm not sure which is actually the scariest D&D session that I've been a part of. There was one that featured a creature known as Mummy, and we fought her and her son. Horrible, horrible woman. You do not want to be a child. I'll tell you that for free. God, just the worst creature ever. But that one was okay because we were in a very well lit space with a lot of people, a lot of friends. It was very nice. And it was, you know, it was for a birthday. It's lovely. But we've had a couple others. One that springs to mind is one we know as like the Obscuri session, because we were looking through a haunted house. And this is such a long time ago, so I don't really remember why. I don't really remember why we were there, or what we were looking for, what the fuck was going on. But we went to this manor on the outskirts of town, and we had to find something that was inside of it. And inside of it there were a bunch of ghosts, known as Obscuri. They're basically just like these horrible little shadow freaks with childish laughs. And we sent our The wizard sent her familiar inside and started looking through her eyes to see what she saw, what her familiar saw. Bang. Familiar gone. It's just black. Oh my gosh. Absolutely terrifying session. I'm not doing it justice. It was so long ago. Like, we're just roaming around all of these empty rooms, and there would be just scratches and growling, and there was like this one room that like wouldn't open or something. Horrible. The worst thing about it was that we were playing in person, and we were playing in person, and the corridor behind us, like we were playing in the kitchen, and there's like this hallway, and it was just completely pitch black in the hallway, and at the end of the hallway there was like the bottom of the stairs, and there were a bunch of coats hanging on the bottom of the stairs, and it looked like a person, and it was terrifying. It was horrible. We did a session once where we still got to be in person, where we fully blacked out the windows and the only lighting we had was approximately 45 candles. That is such a fire hazard. That's the scariest part about it. It sounds so much fun. We gradually snuffed them out as we went, and I think our battle was lit by 10. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. That is something I really miss about playing in person. Is just an atmosphere you can gather from being all spooked out with your friends. It's so fun. Like, have the proper ambience and the scary music and the slamming and the freaky person standing at the end of the hall. I played in a session once where we went to a hospital for the mentally ill, and we had to go into the basement that was covered in magical darkness, and we could sense something moving in the dark. And then what happened? Tell all. We love a spooky session. Oh my gosh. Turns out they were mannequins that would move when we looked away from them. I think we've been playing, I think there was Little Nightmares 2 inspired. Not gonna lie. Oh, it's so freaky. I think the worst thing was like, one of the characters had to like step away from the group in order to like skip out and be like, ooh, what's happening? And I think there was like a room full of smashed urns, and then there was just like a bouncy ball that just like rolled away someone, and it like suddenly there was a creature standing there. I can't even describe it, and it was so long ago. What I'm hearing from myself is that actually we need another horror session so that I have, you know, fresher memories to tell. The thing about these horror creatures though is that if they're undead, we have 2 druids in our party currently, so they just double moonbeam them, and it's over really. Spooky session. I think of other recent sessions that we fought a lot of horrible creatures. The horror is usually in just the form of whatever creature that we're fighting that day, and my god, there have been some really nasty ones. Again, with the many limbs, we fought something that, well, we fought an army of undead that just gradually fused into one undead, and it was referred to as the Clot. That was nice. I really enjoyed that one, actually. That was really nice and not horrifying at all. And it was especially nice when one of the characters actually just got eaten by the Clot, and we had to explode it. in order to get him out. Super fun. Like, did massive damage, sort of thing. It was really good vibes. Really enjoyed that one, actually. You know what? I think one of the things that we fought recently in this campaign is actually quite horrifying. We fought these little, like, fleshy mosquito babies. They were like mosquitoes, but they just, like, I can't even, like, effectively describe them. They're like little tiny cherubs creatures with really, really long, like, proboscises, like a mosquito. And they would just, like, they would stick their little needle mouth into people and just latch on. And one of them actually took down Senemirin and stuck its proboscis into her brain and started puppeting her around while she was unconscious. That was really horrible. That was a really, really horrible creature. My word. And it was especially horrible because I was worried that my girl was gonna die. She was only level, like, 3? She had just turned level 3. Like, she's just a baby. We don't have Revivify yet, and that's the scariest thing of all, actually. Character death. It's the scariest thing of all. We're doing our next session Halloween weekend, and the DM said to be prepared. I don't think it can get worse than the Masquerade, but by God, it might be. I mean, didn't you say that the Masquerade is like... Yeah, I think they were Sturges. Pretty horrible. I think that might have been their name, or something similar. Yeah, based on what you said about the Masquerade Ball, holy crap. I mean, the whole kingdom's, like, been shown to be in disarray, right? It's, like, all horrible. Suppose you just have to deal with the consequences of your actions? Now that's the real horror. Consequences. Old man consequences. Okay. Have Senemirin. She's super duper in shadow. Because I want her to actually be, like, actually scary. She's trying to be scary. She's gonna have, like, glowing eyes from the dark. Because she's actually a scary woman. And she wants to be. On to Grimhilda. Oh, Grimhilda looks so pretty. Oh, the consequencing. God forbid. Hate to see the consequencing. Oh my gosh, Eleanor, the email you sent me earlier today really cracked me up. It was very sweet. Just the gasp, I gasped. Like, that was funny. I liked that. Just made me giggle. Such good turn of phrase. It's really giving, I cried, she crew, we crowed together. I don't even remember. It's something like that. God, I'm lost. I'm lost in the source of my coloring. Just get some rough shading in. I would like to actually, like, properly color them. That little... I think underlighting will make anyone look scary. It doesn't matter who they are or what they're dressed as. Ladies of the woods. Look at them. So cute. So silly. She's got so many balls on her dress. Can't chill. Another a little fun fact about these three is that, you know, the way that I've drawn them is not actually reflective of their true heights, their canon heights. Grimhilda is 6'1". She is the tallest of the three. Brannigan is only a couple of inches taller than Senamarin, and Senamarin is the shortest. But you know, just for the framing and everything like that, I wasn't particularly accurate about their heights because it just looked a bit weird when I had Grimhilda at her proper height. But just, I don't know, maybe she's crouching. Maybe she's squatting down a little bit. Maybe she's got her feet sort of widely stanced. You know how it is. Just... It was the first thing I saw when I woke up, and as soon as the image landed, I was so excited. Oh, yippee! That's so fun. I'm so glad you like it, Eleonora. The ruffles hide her hunch and crouch. Yes, exactly, exactly. Like I imagine that she's standing like, so she's got like her body, and then she's got her hips, and then she's just standing like this to make herself shorter. So she's like hatching, because Brannigan's not helping himself by hunching over, but he's got to commit. He is an actor, you know. It's not enough just to be dressed as the character. He's also got to play the part. He's got to add seasoning to the soup in just the most deranged way possible. That's what I imagine. Them. Just add a little bit. Said it was challenging to try and make sure that the character still looks like themselves when they are dressed as another character, but I did not have that problem with Grimhilda. She is Glinda. Like, she just is. That's just who she is. I didn't need to change a damn thing about her. I didn't need to make any decisions to that effect. She already looks the part. I think her wand glows, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of... Okay, so that's like super rough. Super rough, super creepy. Gonna lighten Senna a bit. Just a little. And now, I'm gonna make them some sort of layer. Sort of overlay. And you'll see, kind of see what I mean. Get rid of it. Just whack the green on. An overlay. Just roughly whack the green. I've also got to do her tattoos. She didn't manage to get rid of her tattoos for this costume, unfortunately. You hate to see it. Low effort. Low commitment. Then you put that back on and then it's like, oh. Ooh, now we've got like stuff going on. Whoa, the linear light. Hello. Oh, that's fun. I like that. Keep with that for now. See where we go. Nice. Well, it's kind of a white top. It's not very white. It's very dirty. Oh yeah. She's got like, she's wearing very dark, drab, dreary clothes, but with a very red cloak. I really like the costume design, actually. This character. It's very Red Riding Hood, very fairy tale. Getting locked in now. So focused. So spooky, so fun. Is anyone actually doing anything other than D&D one-shots, potentially? D&D parties? Sing up us? I feel like I've already asked this question. It's fun to ask it again. I am dressing up as... I still haven't actually decided, but it's gonna be a character from Lord of the Rings. I just haven't decided which one. Because my partner and I to watch Lord of the Rings extended edition every autumn, and we're currently doing that. So on the Twin Towers, the two towers even, the two towers, and yeah. So we've done the Hobbit, and not really much to say. We've been watching Castlevania as well, and Richard Armitage plays Trevor Belmont in Castlevania. So for a while we had a lot of Richard Armitage going on, which is very fun. I'm dressing up as Rick O'Connell from the hit bisexual movie The Mummy. Very nice. And then Danny Phantom from the hit TV show Danny Phantom. Amazing. Are you gonna go all out? Doesn't Danny Phantom have like white hair? Spray your hair white. You're gonna bleach your hair. Yes, I've got the coloured hairspray. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I found some coloured hairspray today, actually. We were moving stuff around, which I had bought in preparation to cosplay as Zafir many moons ago. I mean, I guess for last Halloween. But I didn't end up actually spraying it. I ended up actually using it because I bleached my hair and my hair was white enough as it was. Bleach my hair again, I will be bald. Not theirs. Me too, to be fair. I think I'm being lazy and reusing my Bonnie from FNAF cosplay. Ooh, that's... I mean, if you've got it, why not use it? Because, like, making costumes is hard work. Buying costumes is hard work. So, just be a bit lazy about it. So get overlay. See how that goes. Let's see how it looks. We might fuck with it a bit more. The stupid little buck tooth. That's so funny. This is so stupid. I really like those costume ideas, you guys. That's very good. Partner is being Gandalf. He's got a really, really cheap costume. Like, it's really cheap. It looks really stupid. I love it so much. Hello, hello! Hello, Dark Shadow! Phoebe, just out of work. It's good to see you. The party never starts until you're here. No, it's to everyone else. We've been partying, we've been having a good time. It's been very chill. As you can see, I'm doing a little Ladies of the Woods picture of Brannigan, Santa Mirren, and Grimhilda as 3 different witches from 3 different media. Those being Winifred from Hocus Pocus, the witch from the Vivitch, the VVitch, and Glinda from it, of course. So we're looking pretty good. We've got some creepy lighting going on. It's pretty fun. How is everyone? Yes, how is everyone? I personally am doing pretty well. Actually got quite a lot of stuff done this week. Finished a commission. I've been working actually very hard on designing Santa Mirren's future familiar, who I'm very excited to introduce when I get a chance. Hopefully I'll get to introduce him next session. That would be really, really nice. I might show him off anyway, because I think his design is really cute. It's really cool. Just personally, in my personal humble opinion, I think he looks great. And I also did a fun little picture of Zaf, which we can see in the thumbnail. But I can also bring him up as well. This is something I worked on this week. Look how handsome he is. And look. Can blow the flame. You can just imagine the noise. I'm not gonna make the noise with myself. But just imagine it. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the little things. Handsome boy. Yes, exactly. Very handsome. I've missed him a lot. I've been thinking about him a lot this week. Because it is his kind of birthday. It's been a year since he came back to life, which is really fun. He came back to life around a year ago in game, which is super cute and fun. do miss his undead design, but man, he looks so good while he's alive. Yeah, I've also been thinking about potential one-shots for him in the future. Gosh. Notification sounds. Don't even have my thing open. Why is it doing that? Hang on. Let's see if I can turn this down. Yeah, jump scare. Everyone's gonna think that their Discord is like pinging. Is it doing that? Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. Gosh, I don't know how to turn it off. Turned it off. Gosh. Is it still going? In a second, I'm just gonna uninstall Discord if it just keeps going. Got so many campaigns coming up. I'm so hyped. Oh, that's so exciting. When are they? Do you have like characters prepared and stuff? What are you playing? Do you have? And do you kind of know like the vibe of the campaign? Hopefully there'll be no more Discord notifications, I hope, but you know, spooky skeleton bone jump scare. It adds to the ambience, you know, adds to the spook factor of our stream today. They're both horror, dark gore type. Ooh, exciting! Been talking about some of our most horrifying, creepy little sessions in this stream so far. To be honest, I'm not a very good storyteller today. I've been really flopping, but I also just don't have a very good memory of some of the old things. One of them is Bloodlines, to do with boy with his baby dragon. Oh yes! Oh, the baby dragon, the cat. Cat-shaped dragon. And the other is the Crooked Moon book. Oh, that's so cool. That one's very like folklore. Little dark fairy tale sort of thing. It's really cool. So I can... Is it like its own TTRPG, or is it Sure. Or cool. Yes. Excited. To get up a reference with this. Got the GoFundMe bag. Ooh. So exciting. You know what I've always wanted to try? I've always wanted to try Call of Cthulhu. It'd be really fun. But also my grape is... I don't know. I feel like we've played D&D for so long. It feels quite difficult to even suggest trying a different system. Feels criminal. D&D stuff with a whole book, about 13 subclasses, 16 new races, and over 100 monsters. I think it has over 2,000. That's so cool. Gosh. Really need to look into that, actually. I think it'd be right up our street for campaign, actually. Because it's kind of spooky, spooky, isn't it? Cthulhu system isn't too bad. It's been a bit since I tried though. It's good. The whole folklore stuff. I do love folklore. I really love cosmic horror as well, which is what draws me into the idea of Cthulhu. All this eldritch stuff. I love folk horror and I love horror. But you know, there's like two of the types of horror that DM does really, really well. So we get quite a decent amount of D&D campaigns. They have a race called the Harvestborn. You play as a scarecrow. Holy shit, that's so fucking cool. I want to play that. I want to be scarecrow. Hell yeah. Gosh. To do that. Okay, I might actually show off the I have a good sec. I have a good way of showing it, I think. So let me grab it on my other thing. Speaking of spooky, I did a spooky D&D session live on Twitch with some friends. 45 people were watching. Oh my gosh! Well done! It's incredible. That would be so cool. Okay. I pooped myself. Hey, it happens to the best of us. Okay, these are the familiar designs that I have. So yeah, it's like, cause the scarecrow thing, like the folk thing. He's like a taxidermied bird. He's like stuffed with straw, and he's got like a little replacement ribcage made of wicker, willow. Yeah, little guys. Yeah, this is gonna be Senemiren's new familiar. They're all the same. They're all the same guy. They're all the same guy. This is the default form. His name is Frumos, and yeah, this is the default form. This is his favorite form, but he can also turn into this or this if he wants to, per our like homebrew rules of Find Familiar. But I think you can also do it in regular Find Familiar as well. But he has these 3 dedicated forms. So like the bug form, the little beetle, is so he can pretend to be a button or like a brooch on Senno's shirt, so he can be like hidden, so she can have him out but not have the like obviously magical bird or the obviously magical frog. She has like a cool little like bug brooch thing going on. And then yeah, we've got the frog version of the bird. He's like I think he looks really funny. I think he looks really funny. He looks like he's wearing like golden rings on each of his little fingers. Oh my gosh, this needs to stop. Yeah, so he's got all these little like stars. He's got like a golden tongue. He's got glowing eyes. He's got a little gem in the middle of his head. He's covered in moss. And yeah, and that's him. That's him. His name is Frumos, and I love him, and I'm really excited to. Yeah, he's the personality that I've got like in mind for him is that he's a very vain little guy. He's like he just loves attention, and he loves to like preen himself and look at himself in the mirror and things like that. Frumos means pretty or handsome in Romanian, which is the language that I kind of based like Senna native language off of. So it's not exactly the same, but yeah. So his name literally means pretty, and he's very vain, and he loves to be called pretty, and he loves to make sure he looks the best that he can, and he loves little pets and little treats as rewards for his hard work, that sort of thing. Not unlike a couple of people that I know from the party. So yeah, I love him so much. Me too. I'm very excited to bring him in. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that though. I'm hoping next session, because it's been a long time coming, really. It's been a long time coming to even come up with this familiar design, because I couldn't really think of anything that Senna would really. A bat felt a bit too on the nose. Although I did have an idea that when Senna turns into her werebat form, Frumos also turns into a werebat. So like he's a little bird, but he then also turns into a bat, and he looks really silly. Or if he's in his frog form, he turns into a frog. It's just a frog with bat wings. I just think that would be really stupid and funny. So yeah, double trouble. Like, I mean, familiars can't attack. But you know, I think it would just really add to the chaos the next time that all of this goes down, you know? And I just think it would be funny. Just when you think it can't get any worse, Senna has turned into a werebat. You look over and Frumos has also turned into a werebat. And now he's like squawking, he's cawing like a crow, but he's also like shrieking like a bat at the same time. He's just the noisiest fella. I don't know how I'm gonna introduce him to the team. So, be fun. At the moment in game, we're just like hanging out in just in the town. We've landed in a new town, and we're just going shopping and stuff. I mean, it was a very interesting shopping session actually. I usually don't like shopping sessions at all, but we did get some really cool about Sylvanas. His clan is like completely destroyed, and everyone that he ever knew is dead. Or so he thought. Because in this random little town that we've ended up in, there's someone who was from his clan. They survived. It's crazy. So that's a huge revelation for him. Very exciting. Hopefully we'll learn more about that soon. So that definitely made the the shopping experience a lot more exciting. Get some fun and lore about characters. Her pretty blonde hair. I really like that because I did the lighting in this specific way. I spent so long on it, and now it's like barely making a difference. It's like I've basically wasted an hour. Not even gonna see these guys rendered. I don't know how far I'm even gonna take this, to be honest, because it's such a silly picture. It's such a silly picture for no reason, you know? Just a Halloween. Can't even tell the difference between her skin and her hair. It is a fantastical, silly picture. Thank you, Jack. I do think Bran actually looks quite incredible. I think they all look quite incredible. I really want to see how far I can get. Luckily, actually, Grimmels was very easy to color. Just whack all of this. So I'm telling I will be more actively talking soon. That's fine. It's fine. I'm drawing a little bit of a blank on conversation, to be honest. I feel like usually I'm pretty good at just like nattering on and on. I think I'm just a bit I think I've become a little bit conscious of how much I've been talking about my D&D campaign, and I'm like, oh, what have I said? What have I not said? Are people bored of listening to me talk about this? About my characters? You know, they rather I speak about things that pertain a little bit more directly to them. Am I being entertaining enough? People even listening to what I'm saying and they're just vibing and watching the drawings. I think it's mostly just because I have been thinking a lot about Zafir this week, which has just sort of like thrown me for a loop because this is all stuff I've talked about at length before. I feel like everyone knows everything about Zafir already, so I don't really have anything new to say. Like, he's not even done anything interesting. He's just existing in my mind rent-free right now. And it's all because I drew him. Just haven't seen the art of him in such a long time. It's just here. Right? I think it's all of the unfinished business that he has. Thinking about how I would rebuild him as an Oath of Redemption paladin now that his oath has changed, and next gonna see him? When am I next gonna play him? It's kind of tough in that way. Tired characters, I guess. Because they're still there, and it's like, oh, I could play them whenever I want, kind of, maybe, I don't know. I think you should talk more about your current campaign and previous campaigns, what your hopes are for the future in them, regrets you've made in them, etc, etc. That's true. That's actually very true. Oh, I have a lot of hope. I have a lot of hopes and a lot of regrets. To be fun. I tend to find that most of the time I just regret jumping in a bit too much. Like, in terms of just like day-to-day roleplay stuff. Yeah, I think everyone sort of gets that, where they're like, oh my gosh, was I too much? I just get really excited and I just have something to say and I want to say it, and then I'm like, oh, I should have stepped back, to be fair. Should have let someone else have that moment. I think my biggest regret from the last campaign, like story-wise, is probably when Zafir killed Kafana, who was someone who was quite heavily tied to another character's backstory. But she was like a huge bitch, and she was really. We just watched her like really high key like manipulate the character that she was tied to, and she was being really horrible about it, and she tried to disintegrate her, and it started this whole huge fight, and then like she tried to escape. Like there was this whole huge fight, and then we ended up having to fight a, oh my gosh, I don't even remember what it was called anymore. This horrible like spirit of rot, essentially, at the same time, and it was like this huge fight, and Kafana was really low at the end of it, hit points wise. She tried to escape using invisibility, but Zaf was within 5 feet of her and had Mage Slayer, so of course he hit her in order to like stop her, but she had like 1 hit point, and as soon as she went down, she was like tied to Lolth, and Lolth reclaimed her, and it was like, and then she was gone, and not only was she like dead, but she also just like her body was gone, so we couldn't even like speak with dead. And I felt really bad about that, because I just like, I felt like I'd taken away this piece of backstory, like this piece of story that this person could have had, this player character could have had. But like, at the same time, I don't feel like there was anything I could have done differently. It's like, it's literally, it's what my character would do. I didn't know that she was so low, and I didn't know that when she went down that she would like disappear, you know, and we wouldn't get an opportunity to talk to her or anything like that. It's like, I guess that's also somewhat like the DM's responsibility. Perhaps could have been like a little bit, like had a little bit more leeway about it, but at the same time, just like it was a good roleplay moment, I think, for the character, and the player did say that like they were fully prepared for Kafana to die, but I still, it's like, I kind of wish that had gone differently, just for the sake of knowing more about that character. I'm the opposite. I regret not doing enough roleplay. My issue is a lot of the players don't talk much at the start of the sessions. A lot of my characters end up being the leader because I'm voicing ideas more to them, and I feel so bad. No, absolutely, Dark Shadow. I get that. I find that a lot. my characters end up just sort of being like planners, or because I'm also the one that writes the notes, I'm the one that's the most like on the ball with like, with what's going on. And so I end up being the person to be like, remember, this is what we're doing, so we should probably do this, and then like, and canonic, like, character wise, like, Zafir was a character who really, really wanted to protect everyone, so he liked to be in control of the situation in order to keep everyone safe, as safe as he could. And then this time, Senna Mirian is really, really intelligent, and so she likes to plan. She comes up with these like great plans. And then again, like at the beginning of a session, sometimes people don't have anything to say, or there's like a moment that I have in mind, and then I have to be like kicking off the session sometimes, and I'm like, oh my god, can I shut up? Will I ever shut up and let someone else talk? The answer is no. Unfortunately, they just have to get in quicker. I feel like such a spotlight hog at sometimes. I remember the same happened to my character when I accidentally stole the kill for BBEG from the guy who suffered at her hands. Yeah. Oh my god. That's rough. Like, to be fair, like, to be completely fair, like, the same thing happened. This like, same thing happened 4 times in the same campaign of, like, there was a lot of, like, spirit of revenge going on in the last campaign, and so, like, certain people needed to kill certain people or not kill certain people, and it, like, every single fucking time the wrong person killed someone. Like, like there was Zafir killing Kafana, which, like, didn't mean to do, didn't know that she was that low, so couldn't hold back, you know? And then, and like, wouldn't have held back anyway, because this woman literally tried to disintegrate his friend. Like, that's death. Sorry about it. And then, like, later on, there was a guy called the General, who was the person that originally killed Zafir, which led to his, like, undeath. Like, he was the guy who actually did the deed and sent him on this path, and also was, like, Zafir's tormentor's right-hand man, and was just generally liked to cause misery as much as possible to him. So very much someone that Zafir wanted to kill himself, and then the wrong person killed him. And, you know, Zaf let it go. He let it go. He was like, you know what, it's fine. The guy killed him, so he didn't get an opportunity to actually kill him first, you know? So it's like, okay, like, I was dead at the time. I couldn't have killed the guy. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. And then, like, 2 sessions later, this other guy, this NPC, that we were with, his, like, vampire master, we went to kill, and then Zafir ended up killing him. And, like, again, it was a revenge thing. Like, we needed to save the kill for the right guy to do it, but Zafir ended up killing him again, and, like, again, it was all like, I didn't know he was that low, or it was a bit more of an informed decision, that one, because it was very much like, oh my god, everyone's gonna die if I don't kill this guy right now. So we killed him, and then the NPC got really, really, really angry at Zaf for doing that, and then tried to stab him. Did successfully stab him. It was quite vicious and quite emotional. Quite good roleplay. And And then, yeah, in the finale, Zafir was faced with his tormentor, his his BBEG. It's like his BBEG, but also like everyone's BBEG. And stolen kill again. And that was oh, like it, like fundamentally it was like good for him as a character, like good character development. I don't mind the way that it did. I had absolutely no grievance at all with the fact that Zafir didn't manage to land the killing blow on this woman. But they had a big fucking issue with it because that was like his whole thing. His whole thing was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get revenge. I'm gonna get my vengeance on this woman who has done all of this to me. And then he couldn't. And then he couldn't. And it was like, worth. I mean, now he's an Oath of Redemption paladin. Would he have chosen that path had he actually successfully carried out his vengeance? Probably not. So, you know, still good. I end up being the mum or dad of the group. Most of my characters are so down to earth while others mess about a lot with characters. I too have accidentally stolen a kill. I haven't had any serious fights connected to main characters, so I haven't had any kills stolen or stole any kills as of yet. We had a very much, I think last campaign we just had quite a lot of just emotionally charged fights. Had a lot of villains that we had to face our actual demons like in combat, and it, you know, it's good roleplay, it's good fun. But also like, I don't know, it really depends on the party, because like again, I had absolutely no issue with the fact that like the quote-unquote kills were stolen, and I think it was made for some really, really fun and interesting roleplay, and like forced me to like answer the question of like, what would they do if this thing didn't work out the way that they had originally planned, and what would happen if it did work out the way that they had originally planned. Very interesting, but I also, it's quite dangerous with some parties, I think. Our party, our like table is pretty good, and stuff like that, but I know that some other tables will have big issues if something like that happens. So I guess I'm just lucky. I'm just lucky to have such a wonderful table of amazing players that really think about their characters' actions and desires. Aren't just here for the kills and the thrills. But yeah, it's like the main reason why I was just like regretted, quote unquote, stealing a kill. It's just because of the whole thing about like the backstory thing. I think if we'd had another opportunity for that character to like pursue her backstory a bit more, it wouldn't have felt as bad about it. But we ended up just like not having time to do it. We finished the campaign. She ever really got to discover more. But, you know, now she's doing it in the epilogue, so I guess maybe we'll get to see more. Hello. Oh, she's so evil. So Mirren, what are you doing, girl? Funnily enough, I have a bad guy NPC seeking revenge for the death of his son. Rift accidentally caused his death at the start, but Giovanni took the blame and the dad is dead set on killing him. Oh my gosh! We had something similar happen in the last campaign. Between this character called Maria and Zafir. We all took part in killing her brother, okay? We thought he was a villain, and he was. He was a bad guy. He was working for the same cult. He just didn't like he just doesn't really know what he was doing. He was just helping his sister, blah blah blah, and like she was really the one who was doing all of this stuff, and then just we killed him, and then she went on a rampage. She went on a rampage to get everyone. Hi Bonnie, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. We're having a little Halloweeny theme stream. Yeah, as I was saying, like she started hunting us down, and right before she joined the party, because we did actually manage to convince her to join. Which is crazy because we killed her brother, but you know, she's a forgiving type, I suppose. But there, in order to sort of protect the rest of the party, Zafir took full responsibility for the death, because like he didn't want anyone else to get targeted but him. He did like deal the killing blow, but he was far from the only person involved. Don't get it twisted. I don't want to take credit for everyone's hard work. But Zaf did end up doing that. And she was very, very angry at him, and she killed him. She did kill him, but, you know, we're back. It's fine. It's fine now. No. I'm gonna do Brannigan's face in like drag makeup. with the little bug teeth. It's so silly. He's not got his beard either. What's happening? Laguva. So yeah, those are the biggest regrets that I have from the last campaign. As for what I'm hoping for from like this campaign, I don't really know. I'm mostly just hoping to have fun and do a lot of like creative things. Just a lot more like fucking about really with Senna. My whole thing with her is like I didn't really want to give her too much of a backstory. Like too much tragedy, too much of a huge tie into things, because Zafir was so he was such a character, so intrinsically connected to the main story, and I just felt like I should step back a little bit and let some others have their time in the sun, because I've had plenty. So I don't really have anything like huge, but there are a couple of things like in particular pertaining to Senna that I want to see. A couple of very small mysteries that I'd like for her to solve. And more than anything, with this group, with this party, I've wanted to get into much more trouble and just generally be a lot messier. Zafir was very messy towards the end. He was crashing out constantly, and my god, he made it everyone's problem. He was always doing crazy shit. He fucked up a bunch of his relationships right at the very end of the campaign, which was very stressful to try and mend. And some of them he didn't even really manage to mend before the end of the campaign. And in this one, I built Senna with the intention of being a little bit confrontational, a little bit, you know, she doesn't get on with everyone. She gets into trouble. She does some crimes. I want to do some crimes. I want to get a little bit loosey-goosey with it, and I do not want to romance the first person that I come across, is the main thing. Because last time I ended up romancing just like basically the first NPC that I had, and he is exceptional. Absolutely love that guy. You know, I just want to be a bit messier with it. And I'm getting that so far. My word. I think Senna Marin has had a fight with almost every single person in the party so far. I think the only person she's not had a conflict with... She's not had any conflicts with Grimhilda. She's not had any conflicts with Perrin. So far. There's still time. So, you know, she's very fighty, is this one. But you know, I love inter-party conflict. I've very much been enjoying it. It is a bit stressful for some though. So I try not to make it last too long or get too crazy with it. Yeah, this is huge ass bugbear. The fight was when we first discovered Gino and Drift knocked the guy into the Star Rock and he just turned to dust. Oh god. I hate to see it. I thought Brannigan and Senna were besties forever though. Why are the girls fighting? I mean, the only reason why I didn't count Brannigan amongst that is because they did have it wasn't even a fight really. It's just that Bran disappeared and Senna wasn't happy about it, and then they made up like as soon as Bran came back. So it wasn't really a conflict, but she was mad at him at one point. And then last session, like, I don't know, they had a bit of a tense moment and it was a bit weird. Had a bit of a weird moment and it was like, oh god. I think also it's like, I think that Senna was expecting Bran to be like, oh my god, no, it's not your fault that you turned into a werebat and tried to kill me, but he was actually like, oh yeah, that really freaked me out actually. Like, wasn't super fun, which is totally fair, but it's just not what Senna was expecting. And she's like, oh fuck. Oh shit, actually, like, do I actually have to say sorry? Good at that. It'd be crazy if she actually does say sorry, because she's not... I don't think she's ever said sorry to someone in her life. She hates to admit when she's wrong. She's one of those people. Just cannot admit when she's wrong about something. It's so bad for the bugbear that got dusted. Just straight up Thanos dusted. Sucks. I'm really, like, super overwhelmed with the amount of layers that I have currently. Okay, so we've got Bran skin, we've got Senna skin. Should we do Grimhilda skin? Just get all the skin out of the way. Skin. Don't! He wanted to take the power of Juno and use the baby. Okay, well that's fine then. Fuck that guy. The only person Drift has ever killed. One of them, at least. You deserved it. Don't even worry about it. He wanted to use the baby. This is very orange. This is going very... What's happening? Grimhilda, Have. The Have woman. Okay, I don't feel bad about it. I do feel bad that he was a bugbear though. I love bugbears. Really fun. Although, I suppose standard bugbear isn't quite as handsome as the bugbears that I draw, so maybe... She feels horrible and worse now that the dad is hunting Giovanni down, but she's too scared to admit it. Ugh. Ugh. That's so fun to like, you know, all I see there is a really fun roleplay moment, you know? That's all I see. Cause it's just like, oh my gosh. Like, bro took the fall for me. It's crazy, and he's like already feels so guilty about having killed the guy in the first place. But like, she had to do it. He took the blame and got smashed into a bookshelf and got his ribs broken. Jesus. Yeesh. That's, yeah, that's rough. You would kind of feel guilty about that. You would kind of feel a bit bad about that one, to be honest. So you at least get to patch up his wounds afterwards and be like, hey dude, I'm so sorry. Why did you take the blame for me? It's fine, I could have handled it myself. I do really enjoy the roleplay. I've said this before, but I do really enjoy when characters like aren't used to killing people, like have something against killing people. It's just really interesting. So I feel like it's so easy when you're in the like video game mindset to be like, oh, here's an enemy, I've got to kill them. You know, you kind of just forget that there's other things to do. There's reasons to not kill people. There's reasons just to knock them out, sort of thing. And there are consequences as well. Oh yes, this isn't just kill this thing and go here. To remind my DM that my attacks are non-lethal. A non-lethal punch to the head. What I do find funny about non-lethal attacks though is the sort of Batman effect. Where like Batman is absolutely destroying these people. He's giving them serious damage to their organs, you know? Proper internal bleeding sort of thing. Like, what do you mean I've never killed someone? You must have done. Punches? Like, you can kill someone with one punch. Just saying. That's a really funny place to get to at like 5 minutes till the end. We've not got very long left. I feel like I've done a lot of talking about killing people this stream, which might get me cancelled. Yeah. I might not be able to keep this stream up, I don't know. Will YouTube smite me? This topic of conversation. It's all fake. It's all fake violence. None of this violence is real. I'm not condoning hurting anyone. This is D&D and horror movies. Disclaimer. Too many of my characters are centered around death to have non-lethal attacks. LMAO. Yeah, just like proper death magic vibes, you know? Like, oh, I could, but will I? She has a stepbrother whose whole thing is that he can't be hit. He's older than Drift, and they did some training in a session and she got knocked out by him in one hit. It was so funny. Oh my god. See, I think that's probably what's going to happen with Senna and Eva when they eventually fight. I keep bringing this up and I keep saying that they're gonna fight because they are gonna fight. They have to fight, but they just keep putting it off. And it's really actually getting to me now. Like, my god, can these girls just get it out of their systems, please? I wanted them to have a bar brawl so bad. They ended the last session like in a tavern, gonna do some like partying, but they ended up not fighting in the bar. And now, like, when are they scheduling in this fight? Please, I beg. Can they just sort it out? Because every 2 seconds it's like, oh, you can't get me, I'm way too strong, and then being like, you're literally 3 feet tall, what are you talking about, blah blah blah. Yeah. But I feel like, I don't know, it really depends how we end up actually like running it, whether we run it like a combat or whether we run it like checks, like rollies. Because Senna Mirren, she actually does have legitimate reasons to be able to hold her own against Eva. Based on just like where she's from and stuff. But she's also not very strong, like statistically. She's a wizard. And she's not got very many hit points. So I do just feel like it would probably just be one punch and done. Now kiss meme, but fighting. Yes, exactly. But also with kissing as well. Like, come on, if they don't fight and then just like have an almost kiss at the end. What are we even doing here, people? What are we even doing here? There's so much tension between them. And it's like, what sort of tension is it? What sort of tension is it? Get a grip, both of you. So it's something that Brannigan keeps bringing up is that Senna Mirren and Eva have like this whole thing going on, and Senna doesn't see it. She's too busy being like actually angry at Eva. She actually legitimately wants to beat the shit out of Eva. She's sick of this girl. And here's Brannigan being like, oh, you want to kiss each other so bad. She's like, shut up. I have got to try and romance one of my friends next game. Yes, absolutely. It's one of my goals this campaign, is to romance like an actual player. So I romanced the DM last time. I romanced an NPC. And hey, it was great. Don't get me wrong. It was awesome. But also, let's give someone else a chance, you know? I have more friends than that. Plenty of them are ripe for romance. You know? Let me at him. Brannigan knows the truth, look at him. He's all knowing. This is the face. This is the face of all knowing. God, he's so clever. This little bug tooth. He's so funny. I love that he's just actually got tits, currently. To be honest, me right now with Taz and Giovanni, we know they're gonna date in the future. We're just working out in the sessions how they end up dating. Yeah, oh my gosh. Like, I feel like it was probably the most likely person that Senna will end up romancing, but I really don't know. I actually have no idea. It could be anyone. It just depends on how things go, what feels most natural. Because basically anyone except for, like, basically anyone except for Bran and Grimhilda are like an enemies to lovers arc, which I love. I really wanted Senna to have her enemies to lovers arc, and like she's gonna get that pretty much no matter what, unless she gets with like Bran or Grimhilda, which, you know, It'd be like that would more like that would be more of like a slow burn sort of thing. Um, especially with Grim, super slow. Especially with Bran, because they're like such good friends. It'd be really nice. So it's just kind of like just see what happens, really, innit? Can't rule anything out. Can't even rule out Sylvanas. It'd be really funny. It'd be really funny to take Sylvanas. But I think he and Perrin have something. There's something there. I don't care that he's straight, there's something there. I don't know. And then we've not even met the NPCs yet. And they're a real treat. Them. Gosh. It's like NVL. I suppose I have to bid my farewells. But I feel like we've not gone anywhere. I mean, kind of. Oh, it's super spooky. I think in the end, I'll end up putting some. Let me grab. Whacking some like whoa. Like, I think it'll just be some like really creepy branches coming in, you know? Some candles. No, it feels like I just got here. I know. And the thing about it as well, the worst thing about it, I'm not streaming next week. So we can't even continue. Can't even continue next week. Has to be the week after. But, you know. No, I know. I'm seeing my friends. I'll be back on the 7th of November. I'll be back for 1 week, and then I won't be streaming again the next week because I've got people visiting. Ew, like, get out of my house. What are you doing here? Yeah. Just kidding. How dare you have a social life? JK, have fun. Thank you, Dark Shadow. I'm very excited. I did see these people earlier this year. It'd be fun to see them again. And actually do like an actual Halloween party. I haven't been to one of those in a while. Oh, they're so spooky. They're such girls and they're so spooky. I really wanted more. I really wanted to see more this week. So disappointed in myself. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I suppose I have to. I can't start anything new, can I? Not really. Maybe I'll add like a little bit of shading to my sleeves. I just don't want to say goodbye yet, you know? No. Excellent work as per usual, Auntie. Thank you so much, Jack. Appreciate it. I'll post this. I'll post this on my little like posts part of YouTube on Halloween, and you guys can see my girly pops all finished. This is such a silly image. I love them so much. They are serving spooky looks. Yes, that they are. Okay, everyone. I'll keep working on this in the meantime. But thank you so much for joining me. Sorry I wasn't very entertaining this week, I feel. I feel like I didn't have much to say, but maybe it was alright. Who knows? Have a great Halloween, you guys. Get up to something spooky. I hope you carve some pumpkins and dress up and have little spooky Halloween one-shots and play some horror games or watch some horror films. Whatever, you know. Whatever floats your boat. And I will see you guys on the 7th of November, I believe. It's the next Friday. After next Friday. Have fun next week. You guys have fun next week. Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween, everyone! Yippee! Another year, another Halloween. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for coming, Jack and Dark Shadow and Eleonora and anyone else who's popped in. Yeah. Happy All Hallows Eve. Okay, bye guys. Bye.